Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. We are going to see an interesting cake recipe which is Malai cake. This is a fusion cake which has an Indian dessert touch in it. I have prepared hot milk sponge cake and soaked with Malai mix. This cake is so delicious and try this at least once, you will definitely like it. Firstly, I am going to prepare the hot milk sponge cake. Take 1 cup of maida or all-purpose flour in a strainer. Add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. Sift in the flour mix nicely like this. In a saucepan, take half cup of milk and 2 tablespoons of butter, which is 30 grams of butter. Heat the milk and the butter mix, so we have to cook until the butter melts. The hot milk and the butter mix is ready now. Take 2 eggs in a mixing bowl and beat it nicely until it doubles in volume. While beating the eggs, add in 3/4 cup of powdered sugar little by little. I have reduced the quantity of sugar since we'll be soaking the cake with the malai mix. Once the egg has turned light color, add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. The sponginess of the hot milk sponge cake depends on how nicely we are beating the egg as well as the sugar mix. The egg mix has risen nicely and turned light cream in color, so this is the consistency. Now slowly fold in the maida mix. Do not add the flour mix in one go. First we have to add little maida mix and then the hot milk. We have to gently fold in the flour mix as well as the hot milk alternatively and continue mixing. The batter should be handled gently, friends, so do not overbeat the batter. At this point of time, the milk as well as the butter mix should be hot. This should be the texture of the cake batter. I have taken 8-inch square tray and greased it with oil. Place a butter sheet and grease it with oil. Gently pour in the sponge cake batter into the baking dish. Give it a tap so that the air bubbles goes off. Bake the cake for 35 to 40 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Well, the baking time completely depends on your oven type. The delicious hot milk sponge cake is ready now. Next, I am going to prepare the malai mix. Take 1 liter of milk in a pan. Add in half a cup of milk powder. You can replace milk powder by condensed milk as well. So if you are adding condensed milk means you have to reduce the quantity of sugar. Mix it nicely and boil the milk. The milk has boiled and reduced slightly. Now add in 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. For extra flavor, you can add saffron as well. Add in half cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar into the milk mix. If you are using condensed milk means you have to reduce the quantity of sugar. If you notice the sides of the pan, you could see the milk has reduced nicely. Cook the milk until 25% of the milk mix has reduced. It took exactly 25 minutes for me to get this consistency. Strain the milk so that we'll get an homogeneous mix. If you don't like whipped cream or any cream-based cakes means you can try this malai cake. I took 1 liter of milk and you could see it has reduced to 750 milliliter. I'm going to soak the cake with the malai mix. Run a knife along the sides of the cake and unmold it. Prick the cake with the fork so that the cake absorbs the malai mix. Actually, the cake has cooled down completely now. To the same baking dish, add in 1 cup of malai mix. Place the cake on the malai mix. The top portion of the cake should face the malai mix. So basically, I am just placing the cake upside down. Now prick the other side of the cake with the fork. Now soak the cake with 1.5 cups of the malai mix. Actually, there is no specific measurement to add the malai mix. But make sure not to overload the cake with the malai mix or else our cake will be soggy. Cover the malai cake and refrigerate it for 3 to 4 hours. I kept the cake into the refrigerator for overnight. Actually, the cake has intense flavor when we place it in the refrigerator for overnight. Next day, I took the cake out of the refrigerator. Look at it, friends. You can see how well the cake is soaked with the malai mix. I have got half a cup of chilled malai mix. Now soak the cake with a little malai mix. Sprinkle thinly sliced badam as well as pista. You can also add saffron for garnishing. This gives Indian touch to our malai cake. Look at it friends, how beautifully the malai cake has turned out. This is my recent favorite cake and it tastes really delicious. One more thing is that we have to set this cake in the refrigerator or else this will break while slicing. Do try this delicious Indian touch malai cake and share me the feedback. While serving, we have to drizzle little malai mix on top of the cake. Trust me friends, this cake is full of flavors and it does taste like rasmalai. If you try this recipe, do not forget to share me the feedback. Subscribe my channel for more interesting recipes. If you try this malai cake, do share me the picture in my Instagram account Vardhiniscookspot. I'll see you next video. Until then, bye bye and take care.